Hi, hello you. I've got the urine therapy hat on today. This hat, I'm going to learn how to edit and switch my videos so you can read it and it's not backwards. It says you're in my story. And so when you see me wearing this hat, say in the thumbnail, you'll know that I'm going to talk about urine therapy. And my battle with cancer is one reason why I started urine therapy. I believe I was having emotional reasons as well, trauma-related reasons for giving me ailments that I became aware of doing urine therapy. Yeah, very interesting. And that's really not my topic today. I want to talk to you about a basal cell carcinoma going on in my nose. And I'd also like to tell you something that a dermatologist had suggested actually a few years back, because I remember it was a male. I don't remember which one. Wanted to take this off of my arm. And I thought he was talking about this one. I said, no, that's been there all my life. That has not grown, not done anything. So he never did. But then recently, because of itching and who knows what, well, itching and, I think that's it. I noticed this, and it was darker, much, much darker. When I started these packs on my nose, it started to scale off, and go away, kind of. So I look how light that is. It's amazing. You guys, that was as black as the melanoma that was on my arm back here. They removed, it was about the size of a pencil eraser around. And it was about right here. I had several people for a few years telling me I needed to get it taken off or looked at, right? And I did. And that doctor called me, that dermatologist called me back the very next day, which was scary. First, that he called me himself. And second, I was like, oh, hello, doctor. And he said, well, we've got some bad news. It's malignant melanoma, and we need to go in, and you need to go in for surgery. Now, I was into surgery the very next day. So 2 days after I had the biopsy, I was in surgery. They went in and took 3 lymph nodes from back here and found cancer in one of them. So they went back in, and there's a scar going over here, and there's a bunch of scars going down here too. Went back in and took 16 more, and I'm not real sure about the numbers. This was 2004, January. Took 16 or 17 more and found it in 3 of them. So therefore I had malignant melanoma stage 3. That would put me in stage 3 because it was in the lymph system, right? And I said no to the chemo. I was like, well, they gave me the oncologist. I don't know that the dermatologist actually gave me a time frame, but he agreed with what the oncologist said, that with or without the chemo, I would be about a year. It would kill me, being that deep in my system, right? Okay. I still said no to the chemo. I started on drinking wheatgrass. A lot of wheatgrass. We were growing it and drinking it. Boy, I would drink it probably 4 or 5 shots a day, throughout the day, juicing it with a wheatgrass juicer. Well, then in 2006, I had rupture to a brain aneurysm. And little did I know, all the people in my neighborhood that I'd been helping for years saw that as an opportunity to rob my house since I was in a coma. Guess that's the homeless way these days. I wasn't homeless. I was living in a trailer park with a really nice trailer that we'd fixed up. And so they stole my wheatgrass juicer was the point of that. So I couldn't do wheatgrass juicing anymore to fight the cancer. Okay, well, so I started doing kombucha, growing kombucha mushroom, growing the tea, big jugs, and we would bottle it, and lots of bottles in the fridge. So I was drinking probably 4 or 5 kombucha bottles a day. And if you buy it from the store, that can be fairly expensive, right? Yeah. So that was exhausting. I felt like I was keeping an upper hand on the cancer battle, but anyway, I wasn't. I was feeling it. I was feeling all kinds of sick. And probably a lot of it was trauma related. I was continually being traumatized, but that's a whole different story. So, yeah, I was praying my ass off, you guys. I was really hitting the ground, pounding the floor, pounding the ground, crying and crying. I mean, it's hard to admit that I was that sad, that destitute. My daughter was 3 or 4. She was 3 years old when I got the cancer diagnosis. She was 5 years old when I had the rupture to the aneurysm and was in the coma for a month and a half or something like that. Patho has to play in his letterbox while I'm filming. And anyway, yeah, so it was... raising her was awesome. It kept me going, you guys. It kept me wanting to live. Because when you have cancer, there's something in you, and I don't want to open any cans of worms that aren't already open for you. But we've kind of lost our will to live if you have a cancer. And so what's this about? Because I feel like I want to live. I feel like I would like to stick around and watch humans and what they do forever. But the way we're headed, oh my gosh. We're headed, let's not talk about that. Anyway, back to this spot. So the last few days have been putting on a bandage on this as well. And it has lightened up. I mean, I kept forgetting to talk to you about it because it was black. It was as black as this spot was on my cheek. See that spot? That's fairly large too. We went through that together, and that was a few years back, right around the time I remember the girl on Tosh.0 spray painting the makeup on my face, and she just sprayed right over that big black thing. We could look at Tosh and see what it looks like. I haven't watched that episode yet. Anyway, back to what I was saying, which, I want to do a disclaimer. In fact, I'm going to call this video a disclaimer for urine therapy. Okay, I kind of have to go back in time to when I had, like, say, 2 years experience under my belt, maybe even down to 1. I only had been doing Shivambu and recycling for a year. And a friend, my brother's girlfriend actually, at the time, got a cold sore on her lip. And I said, I gotta put a message here. Just a minute. you've got to put your urine, just get a few drops on your hand when you go to the bathroom and rub it on it. And yeah, urine therapy could cure it or make it go away. Well, speaking too soon, because someone who does not practice the recycling of it every day, well, she did try that and it just went everywhere, and she was very mad at me. So the disclaimer is, yeah, urine therapy is powerful. Very, very. And now it's knocking on my door. Hang on. Come on in.
Oh, you've got a hat on today.
Yep, I'm in the middle of talking right now.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
All right, honey, have a good day. I'll see you
I
later.
love you. I'll see you later. Oh, she was like, oh, you got a hat on. Yeah, I'm recording. Oh, that was my neighbor who dropping off the dog I dog sit for every day. Anyway, the disclaimer. Yeah, urine therapy works miracles when you have faith and you do it every day, every day. And like everything that you do every day, you get up in the morning and you always urinate. I think we all do. Just shift the practice into putting it in a glass. You don't have to flush, for one thing. You can flush your poo, of course, right? So, yeah. My dog Tinkerbell also, Tink taught me something about that. And it took many years for me to learn this, you guys, because she taught me. She had been daily asking me to lick, to get the Shivambu, mine, off of a paintbrush, and she would drink it day after day. She lived 4 years longer than the vet said she would. She had cancer in her belly, and then she quit doing that, and she died a month later. So she did. I mean, I give her credit for teaching me that. It's when you when you start doing it, you want to keep doing it. And when you notice the great healings going on, you're going to want to keep doing it, right? Okay, I'm going to take this off right now and show you this little guy. I mean, I'm just excited what has happened. I hope it's not sticking. Wow. Can almost not see it, you guys. Let me get close for you. I've been taking pictures, and it's just amazing. So now you'll be able to see. Any doctor would say, oh, well, it's not really cancer. You didn't have it biopsied. Okay. It's fine with me. If you don't believe me that's cancer, I am fine with that. And this too. This is going to, you know what? It's the fire of the Lord. I don't brag about anything. I'm not doing it. It is actually God. G-O-D. and there's nothing more to it. It's the simple truth. Right? There's lots of ways and stories that this is one of my favorites. I love that. That to me tells the story. The gold in the heart of Mary. She is the mother. And see, I can't say too much because everyone understands the stories differently. And it's your own blessing that you get to grow into that story as you practice. So my point is, do it today and do it tomorrow. Drink it. Drink a few cups, a few drops under your tongue. Rub up a little bit into your skin. Same thing. It's all going to generate new cellular growth in your body. But keep doing it every day. Mark it on a journal if you want. I love you guys. Yes, I love you. And I will talk to you again soon and show you my new hat this afternoon.